I think I already passed it. Yeah, I'm just blind. There you are. Top 7 RNC. You can choose whichever ones. Again, I at this, I might just breeze through all of them at this point. It's hard to get a feeling when people dip out when the Primite cards show up. Yeah. It's just like that cat with a mustache video. What is that Blue Eyes video? The moment he starts playing the Primite engine, everyone just starts surrendering. Ah, look at that. All hand traps. Okay, yeah, just handtrap.deck. How many hand traps did he hit you with? Literally 4 hand traps. Like Valor, Ash, Vuelos, and I mean, I would assume so. Yeah. Blue Eyes Primite, yeah, it's definitely gonna be difficult to... And he has Caught by the Grave. Now, are you going to Bestial the Lurie is the question. Well, you know, you can't, because he has no monster on the field, so you can't even Bestial him. Now you can. You're letting that go through. Okay, never mind. Yeah. All hand traps and then pretty much into Fiendsmith combo. Custom hands. He's gonna send it to the grave? No. Master rank? Yeah. What, yeah, I've said another Imperm? No? Okay. Maybe another Call by the Grave. I guess it's not Call by the Grave since he would have, you know, used Call by the Grave on it. To stop you from summoning a Blue Eyes. Then summon another Blue Eyes. Into Seals. Just passing, okay. But looks like that was enough. You probably want to see the animation, maybe. Alright, then Winda said they have 2. And then Shadow has 7. We're just gonna, I guess, play through all of those then. Yeah. Branded. Did we watch the branded one already? I mean, 12 was on Friday. I feel like we might have. You did? Alright, so it's just the top one against Abyss Actor, okay. Yeah, take care, Bomber. See you Wednesday. Then there's gonna be a Shadow replay spree then. I know Abyss Actors have at least one monster with an animation. This is your rank up to Plateau. That one has an animation, right? Superstar does, I think. Yep. Yet, DDD Doom King Armageddon didn't even get an animation, and he was essentially Reiji's boss monster. Only from the one playing pendulums. Get that draw too. Into the void. Ooh, Garuda to either force or get rid of one of the spell or traps. Get that extra draw. Well, Talents is live. Ah, and he has another one. I just love how Exemplar has all those counters on her. That's a pop 4. Change the monster effect. Okay, yeah. Him destroying a set, yeah. Yeah, it changes the effect to force you to destroy one of his back row cards, which I guess you don't want to do. I guess we're gonna summon Endymion and what else? We're just gonna be Astrograph for rank 7, yep. Into Celine. There are effects that summons 5 monsters, yeah. Essentially gets a pendulum summon. Yeah, essentially gets a pendulum summon if you destroy one of his set cards, which is crazy. Summoning up to 5 monsters straight from the deck. At least you can bounce Exemplar with all those counters. Yep, immediately send it to the graveyard. Is he gonna chain link block it? No, okay, just call by the grave it. I didn't know if like that link had like an on summon effect, so he's gonna try to chain link block the Druid Swarm. But it looks like he didn't. That should be enough for a game. And Exemplar for game. And I guess now we just start going through Shadows replays, starting with the 7th and working our way up to the top. Yeah. The only non-mythical beast monster that gains 2 spell counters per spell activation. Alright, versus Chimera. That's the hand rip one, right? No, it's not. I have a feeling if your hand rips, he's gonna hit either. Okay, never mind. That's not the one that hand rips. Ah, it's White Force Illusion. Making Chaos Angel with light and dark. Chimera White Force. Interesting. Lore. This is normal in DK's Tarnation. So he has a trap that's a Book of Moon. Lore until Fiendsmith came out. While protecting his Sylvia and making SP Little Knight to banish his Chaos Angel. Oh, and this is going to be Wave King Caesar, I'm assuming. Yep. Why did he banish his Chaos Angel? But sheesh, 4 back row set. Unfortunately, Sylvia can negate, but it doesn't destroy, does it? It doesn't destroy, so it can negate Servant, but it won't destroy, which is good. And he chose not to negate. Get rid of that. Crowley. He can't Book of Moon, but he can SP Little Knight Banish. Pendulum Summon back out Endymion and get a Jackal King out. So he could potentially negate SP Little Knight. Huh? Oh, okay. Forcing out Endymion. Okay, it's still Endymion still negates. That's fine. You gonna bounce Citadel? No, bounce the Magister, okay. Alright, so you can use Garuda. You can activate Institution, then use Garuda to pop a back row. And now you can Magister, and then now you can draw 2, see if you get anything of use. Yep, Spell Power Mastery, that'll do it. Another Endymion? Yes. And that'll wipe up the rest of his field. Burn for 1200, that's fine. And you can use Magister. And now you can go Electromite. But I guess you're not going to. You already went Battle Phase to get rid of the Sylvia, so. But you at least got your Endymion back. Institution would have searched Indy if you didn't draw Mastery, yeah. And the good thing is, SP Little Knight can't even battle over any of your monsters except for Magister, which is fine because if it tries to battle over Magister, Magister can just chain to summon from the deck before it gets destroyed, and then he puts himself back in the scale, and then he scoops. So SP wasn't doing anything to your field. Alright, and we got Snake Eyes. still a shame they didn't properly hit the Millennium package. They hit the wrong Millennium monster. They hit the level 6 one instead of the level 8 one. But I'm not surprised. Speaking of, it's essentially just going to be zombie vampire into combo. Like, they either needed to hit the level 8 one or just straight up ban zombie vampire. That's what they needed to do, but of course they wouldn't. Into Fiendsmith. That's what I'm saying. Like, they could just hit zombie vampire, because that's the one, like, that's pretty much like the whole point of the Millennium package. Millennium package either makes zombie vampire or goes into Fiendsmith combo. And then banning zombie vampire prevents them from, like, milling 5 into, like, milling freaking Snake Eyes Ash into making Promethean Princess to just revive the Ash. But of course they just try to play around the issue and not actually hit the problem. So Ash doesn't negate on the field. You're gonna abduct her first debate, or are you just gonna go straight for Servant? Okay, straight for Servant. But I guess he didn't have an Ash, so I guess you already knew. And now you just wipe up the field. And keep the temple up so that he can't imperm. And that's game. Without even touching your extra deck. Very nice. I always love the games where you can pull off a victory like that without even needing to go into your extra deck. And then, let's see, against Blue Eyes. At least you have call by to stop an Ash or a Maxi. And there's Master Cerberus, but it's not doing anything until after you get Magister out of the scale. And board with 5 negates. 5 negates immediately gets removed. I mean, technically, it was still 5 negates, it just... he didn't get the opportunity to use any of them. And he's holding the Imperm, which is fine, because now you have Magister to make Electromite. They have a Jackal King out, and you can go Master Cerberus, or not. Popping Basilisk instead of Magister. Cause like you already used Magister, right? Yeah. But I guess it's fine. One Endymion, one Jackal King. I mean, technically though, you could well, no, you would need to bounce Magister and get rid of Basilisk or Jackal King to summon Magister with Selene's effect, so that doesn't exactly work. Negating the field spell. Okay, yeah, okay. That's a play. Called by the Maiden. Magister should be bounced to summon with Selene, but you summon Bash instead, yeah. If you just had like the zone free, then yeah, you could have bounced Magister then summoned it. If the zone was free right from the start. But no, that unfortunately was not the case. Summon Bash at the end, yeah. Yeah, I still have Jackal King. Okay, Tyrant. He doesn't get the pop, but he can attack Endymion and Jackal King. But he can't attack Selene. And all those, look at all those spell counters. And get that spell follow-up, he can't attack Selene, so... 26 spell counters on Citadel. And he goes for it immediately, which is fine, because it's not necessary. Just Pendulum Summon for 3 and you're good to go. Yeah. Goes for the Citadel instead of like one of your scales. I mean, it didn't really matter because whichever scale he banished, you could have just searched with the spell power mastery. But like, yeah, banishing Citadel just because it was holding all those counters did not matter. Plus, you play a second one if I'm not mistaken. And he scoops before you even get to deliver the final blow. You attack once and he surrenders. And let's see, three against Blue Eyes. Okay, or not Blue Eyes, against Branded. Yeah, banishing Selene would have definitely been the best option, but he just saw, oh, that card has a whole bunch of spell counters. Let me go for that. Because without Selene, you would have only been able to Pendulum Summon one from the extra deck. But I guess in that case, you probably would have just used Magister instead, because that's 2 bodies you get out instead of 1. And add back Branded Fusion. These are master rank duels? Gotcha. Renbrum. All from yesterday. Branded in red during the end phase. Mirror Jade? No. Blubellion? Yeah, Blubellion into Mirror Jade, okay. Main phase 3. At least doesn't have Branded Lost to Admiral Courier, unless he already has it in hand, but I think you know what his hand is. Like, if I'm not mistaken, Cartesia is in the hand. Yeah, I think Cartesia is one of the cards in his hand, right? So at least know what one card is. And now you can Mirror Jade pop, but he has Branded Opening if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he has branded opening to protect all of his fusions. So if anything, you can just pop Quem. You can maybe pop him and force out the branded opening, but that's about it. At least Talents is live now. Yeah, I think you need the draw 2 here. Hey, there you go. Get a Jackal King to at least negate one of them. Well, now you can't negate the Mirror Jade if you try to go Electromite, so just pass, I suppose. Definitely want to negate the branded Lost. Chaos Star Source. All I can pop is the field spell. I'm guessing he wanted to destroy your Endymions, but they couldn't be destroyed because they're untargetable. Ah, yes, into Super Poly. Have a replay. Hope it's public. Alright. I'll check after this one. He didn't even bother attacking over it. Okay. He didn't even bother attacking over Endymion. I mean, I guess he knew that you would get follow-up if he did. Oh, there's Spell Power Mastery, but what'd you banish? Honestly, doesn't look like you banished anything too important aside from a Jackal King and another Spell Power Mastery. And Reflection can bounce the Mirror Jade. Not anymore. Because he changed it to Dark. Yeah. I guess he actually did read Endymion. But now you can negate the Mirror Jade trying to banish your cards. And even if he does like activate, you just gotta try to go for a game this turn. So your field doesn't get wiped during the end phase. Which I don't think should be an issue. And he surrenders. Very nice. I'm gonna go check Jaeger's replay real quick, and then I'll come back and watch the remaining 3. Yep, he has one. But yeah, I kind of forget some branded players actually do have a brain. You kind of need one to play that deck. So they actually know how to read their cards and their opponents. So we just simply didn't attack so you didn't get that free follow-up, essentially. I feel like that Lava Golem's about to go hard when Jaeger's turn starts. Which one is this? Hold on. Inferno Wing backfire. Oh, the new Inferno Wing. Okay. Yep, there you go. Then you can take control of a monster. Are you gonna take back the lava golem you gave him? Yep. That's 3 attacks, right? Or I guess not. I'm thinking about the other one then. The light one, or the dark one. Yeah, the dark one is the one that does 3 attacks. And immediately pop the super poly and bounce the shadow mist. So if he had what's it called, mass change, he couldn't use it. And into the surrender. Very nice. And back to shadows. So 2 more Brandon ones, and then against Tenpai. Huh, not making Mirror Jade. Interesting. He's probably gonna do that during the end phase then, right? Yeah. Or right away. No, okay. Oh yeah, okay, he did wait until the end phase. Are you going straight for the Endymion pop? Let's see. Does he have a branded opening and engrave? He does not. So I'd say, you know, these 3 are targets. Because Quem could reborn Mirror Jade, Cartesia Confuse. But I guess you're going to summon a Jackal King before that happens. Or no, just another Endymion, okay. Straight for the draw 2. I mean, I guess you could just pendulum summon it, yep. Yep, waiting for battle phase. Proskenian. I'm surprised it infused with the Jackal King. But you're essentially at full health. Have a monster that can be targeted and is indestructible by card effects. That's it? Okay. And free follow-up. I mean, he inflicts some damage, but that's about it. Dang, he actually whiffed the allure. That's crazy. Call by, I mean, hey, that's more spell counters for you, and you don't have to worry about like what one of the that's one less spell or trap you have to worry about. I bet he thought that was an Endymion Engrave because he destroyed it. Is that enough for game already? It is. Yep, that's exact. That's 8,000 damage exactly, and he scoops. Yeah, 28, 28, and 24. That's perfectly 8,000. It depends on how much the branded player sets up. Guess you're gonna be adding back Garuda? Yep. Popping it. At least you got an activatable spell to use. Or not. Blue boy into Appaloosa. Yep. Since you don't have any Jackal Kings. You know, it would have been really funny if you were playing Dweller and you just made Dweller with Garuda and Basilisk. That would have been funny. Another super poly. Could have gone for full material Appaloosa, yeah. Yeah, he just attacks straight over her. But at least you get another turn. And each spell he activates is going to give you more follow-up with Institution and whatnot. And like, even if he destroys Reflection, the spell counters just go onto the Citadel, so... And then, you know, Institution can protect itself, as well as Citadel, so, you know, you're just racking up those spell counters at this point. I mean, it is main phase 2 after all. You at least have a search with Institution. And potentially a way to trigger talents. So at least know that set card is branded Banishment and branded Lost. Going straight for Endymion Field Wipe. Is there a branded opening in a grave? There is not. So he has Lost and Banishment set. He's gonna try to pop your scale. He's gonna pop your scale, isn't he? Guardian Chimera. Alright, so whatever else he chooses to pop will be protected. And Talents is live now. So, yeah, there you go. And you got Magister. And another institution. Which is insane. And now you just pop all the monsters that are problems. Like the Mirror Jade and I guess the Banishment. Now you have to try to go for game. That does not matter. And he gives up before that even happens. Okay. He gives up before anything else happens. He activates, declares dark, and nothing else. And that doesn't matter. Just scoops. Yeah. Broke your field, managed to go full combo, and then scoops. Mastering spell power. Master, I'm guessing you wanted to try to play around Droll. Ooh, dang, you banished all your other copies of Mastery. I think that's just enough to activate Endymion, right? Yeah, it was just enough to activate Endymion. But then, of course, you draw the Call by the Grave off of the Desires. You win against Tempai with just Endymion? Okay, yeah, that doesn't matter. Protect, and it immediately gains the spell counter back. Lightning Storm. Wasted. I love when they try to use a spell to destroy Citadel. It protects itself and then immediately gains that spell counter back because it was a spell that activated. That's always hilarious. Even, yeah. Yeah, definitely easy, but I guess that'll be it for viewer replays for today. So those were awesome. Very nice replay, Shadow. But in case you weren't here when I said it, in July, I'll try starting to play Master Duel again. I'll play Master Duel and then I'll alternate between playing Master Duel and Monster Hunter, you know? So we'll see how that goes in July, but for now, just for the rest of this month, I'm going to continue playing Monster Hunter Stories, and then once July rolls around, I'll alternate between playing the two games, but until then, though, I hope you all enjoy your day, and I will see you back here on Wednesday. Peace.